Just look at this man's face. Does this show to you a GM who likes his football team? Does this show you a GM who, I don't know, just wants to win? I mean, I'm sure he does. But this is this face. This is the disintegrating face. The face of death, pretty much. Anyway, hello. Very, very depressed. Resident depressed. Bears fan here. This was not a good. This was not good. We played well, and then we didn't, and then we lost to the 2023 Denver Broncos. We lost after being up 28-7. The game was over about 6 hours ago, and I don't understand why every single person on that coaching staff doesn't have their head cut off and put on Pikes outside of Halas Hall. Because, dear God, that was I'm going to say it right now, the worst coached game I have ever seen. And I don't think that anybody else could get it that lower. Because do you know the 28-3? It was just passing the ball too much. What did the Bears do when they had to make a drive down the field to at least try and get ahead? What do they do? They don't take the points. They go for it with the most boring play. 7 straight runs to run right into a brick wall to essentially end the game. And this is in no part the players' fault. None of this is going to be on the players. All of this game, all of the losing is on the coaching. I can 100% and definitively say that it was coaching. The players did everything that they were asked to do. The players put pretty much everything out on the line. And yet, coaching holds them back. Why is nobody being fired for this? Why? The defensive coordinator is already out because he did some stupid stuff. I don't know what he exactly did. And it just makes zero sense. None of the assistants look promising in the slightest. I don't trust us to hire anyone anymore. Because Eberflus needs to be gone. Getsy needs to be gone. Assistants, any of them, gone. I don't trust a single person in that coaching right now to do anything. And then and then it makes it worse with that press conference at the end where Eberflus says that Claypool, which was a healthy inactive, was given the option to come to the game or go home, and he went home. Problem is, 20 minutes later, a Bears spokesman clarified that he was told to go home. He was the only, and the reason why this is important is because he was the only healthy inactive to not be on the sideline. And on top of that, again, now it's being leaked that we're trading Claypool for a 5th or 6th round pick. That is terrible. A first round pick that we spent on a player is going to be flipped for a 5th. At this point, Poles is just a Wall Street Bets moderator with that kind of garbage. And again, let's go back to the play calling. Another 4th down has cost us the game. Another 4th or 3rd and short play call killed us again. That's the 2nd game in the past 4 games that it was the beginning of the end. Yeah, it's simply just as soon as they scored to make it 28-14, that was when we died. It seems like we have nothing. It doesn't seem like that we can do anything to A, help Fields, or B, help this team win. Because the incompetence in coaching and the incompetence in the front office is holding this team back. I believe if we didn't have coaches or the front office just constantly telling our players the wrong things and the players were just able to do whatever the hell they wanted, we'd be 2-2. I'm just going to say that. That is how useless the coaching is for the Chicago Bears. How useless they are. And this is not even an overreaction. I'm 100% confident that this team, without coaching, would do infinitely better. Because, my God, does that look terrible? I mean, just look at this. Just look at this. This is not something. This is exactly the face of just defeat. And on top of that, him just standing, him just sitting in the locker room all by himself, just sitting there, thinking about what went wrong. Do you know what went wrong, Justin Fields? You were drafted by the Chicago Bears. I had an inkling that when we drafted, I was a bit mad that we drafted Justin Fields. Not because of the player, but because I knew that the Chicago Bears do not develop quarterbacks. And then I was told, this time it's going to be different. Let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, it was not different. And my inkling was correct. The thing that this team needs to do is not draft another fucking QB. This team needs to already have a proven QB out there. And use him. Because you know who our best QB is? Since Jim McMahon? Jay Cutler. And he wasn't developed by us. He was developed by, ironically, this team. The Denver Broncos. He was developed by him. We traded Kyle Orton to them and a couple goodies. We won. We started winning. We made it to the NFC Championship. And nothing else. And he still is the best quarterback that we've had since Jim McMahon. Even then, Jim McMahon, he was okay. It's just incredibly depressing watching this team. And it's broken a lot of people watching football. Watching the same thing over and over and over and over again. This was, and this is undoubtedly, the worst Chicago Bears loss in franchise history. We tied the biggest blown lead, which says a lot because I feel like we've blown larger leads, but it really is just maddening that it's now 100% focused on one issue, coaching. And we're not going to do a damn thing about it because apparently we have what they would call class. That is exactly what it doesn't mean. Chicago Bears organization. Class is getting your head coach out of there because he sucks. 3 wins. 3 wins. And he's had over a year to get more than that. 3 wins. 14 losses in a fucking row. It's all summed up with this painful display.
You blew it!
It's saddening that the Chicago Bears are blowing games like this. It's maddening that this will continue until we get new ownership, new management, new coaches, new assistants, new everything. You might as well just clean slate the franchise. Delete it and then reboot. Because then it'll fix something. Because I don't know. I don't know I just don't know what will be the tipping point for the Chicago Bears organization to realize the true problem. It's George McCaskey and anyone in the McCaskey family that is attempting to run this team. And their attempt is pretty poor. And this is the one game to win. This is the one game to win and to start getting on the right track. And you know what they did? They pissed it away. They pissed away a lead and lost. They played not to lose, and they fucking lost. 7 straight runs on a drive where you're supposed to score points in crunch time. That's stupid. That is entirely stupid. And I'm going to watch this team still. I'm going to be with it until the end of time. Unless Nebraska gets a NFL franchise somehow, then maybe. But until then, I'm going to be with the Chicago Bears. But we're going to have to do something. We're going to have to be like English football fans and riot until shit changes. That's the only way to change things at this point, is that if we just don't show up to games or we riot. But you've probably already heard a bunch of people talk about how bad the Bears are because I made this 5 hours too late. Hey. Anyway, thanks for watching. And, of course, I'm just gonna say it, as always.
Fuck this shit, I'm out.